Hello everyone, I'm Lynda Kincaid. Western shopping centres have beefed up security after a videotaped threat from the terror group Al-Shabaab. The Somali-based organisation calls for attacks on specific malls in the US state of Minnesota, in Alberta, Canada, and at several locations in a London shopping district. This mall in Paris increased its security today in the wake of the recent attacks in the French capital. Western officials, though, stress there's no credible threat against any mall, but there is a precedent. Al-Shabaab militants killed more than 60 people in a mall in Nairobi, Kenya in 2013. For more on this, let's go to senior international correspondent Nima Elbagir, who is in London. And Nima, this 77-minute film calls for attacks on Western targets in Western countries. Given this terror group has never carried out an attack outside of the African Union, how serious is this threat?
Well, this really is more of a call to arms. What Al-Shabaab are attempting to do is evoke that fear that was imparted after the attacks in Paris, the attacks in Copenhagen, the lone wolf attacks, and really play into the fact that lone wolf incidents are very much a blind spot for security agencies in the West. They are notoriously difficult to really get any sense of, to really be able to predict in any kind of fashion, because while you are able to monitor the chatter of networks or monitor the links between groups that you have suspicions about, when it is individuals, and we saw that here in the UK with the murder of the soldier Lee Rigby, that was a lone wolf attack. But of course, this is a city that has survived a number of terror attacks, and people are used to just picking themselves up and continuing with their lives. We've been speaking to some people on the streets of Oxford Street. This is what one of them had to say, Lynda.
I wouldn't be more scared of being around here. Of course, I think it's really, really bad that they have to threaten, and that it might happen is awful. I wouldn't want anything like that to happen. But they're going to put out other threats as well, and can't sit at home because of that.
This is as much about Al-Shabaab regaining the propaganda momentum from ISIS as it is having an impact here on the streets of London or in other capitals around the world, Lynda.
And Nima, we know that authorities have said there's no credible evidence of an imminent attack. So what are authorities doing to respond in each country?
Well, in the US, we know they're beefing up security in the malls. Here in the UK, they say that they are looking into it seriously, but they wouldn't comment on whether there were, there were active patrols going on in the specific mall chain that was mentioned by name, Westfield. That of course, has malls around the world, not just in the US, the UK. They have malls in Australia. They are the largest mall chain in the world. So this is something that people take very, very seriously. And Al-Shabaab know that. All they have to do is put this out there, and very flashily giving the coordinates of this mall just adds to those theatrics. The reality is that they have carried out attacks in Kenya, and lone wolf attacks have happened. But whether propaganda will translate into action, that's something authorities don't really think is terribly likely, Lynda.
Okay, thanks for that update. Nima Elbagir in London.